here UI. For the creation of the UI, I have already created that text is all that required for the login component. I'm just copy that because we cannot waste a time on that. Okay. So first we have to create a container. To create a container, to create a row, all these things, I just first copy that. Use a bootstrap uh, classes. If you have copied that particular div, you have to manage that, complete that div, means close that div. Otherwise, it will give an error. Okay. So always keep the habits when div is open, it is completed immediately. So you can easy to track your div as well as it not be give any error. Okay. So I use a container. Then after that, I have to use a grading system to create a row class and column. Here, I cannot mention that it is supported for the small devices or medium devices. Let Bootstrap is handled. Okay, for the login, because login screen is not that much big. Uh, so it is handled that Bootstrap. I don't want to create any layout for that login. So I'm just giving here class equal to column. Now, next, I can just copy that. All these things we can discuss this. Okay, first of all, I just copy because it's very difficult to manage these things. So I'm just copy these two things. Otherwise, it gives an error. Okay. So I completed that view as well. Okay. Now within that, I just copy one by one code. It is very easy to recognize as well, me as well as you. Okay. Now first, we can copy that first div. What exactly it is? Let's see. In that, just we can display a login. Okay, in that login we can use simply use a HR tag and display header. Please enter the your login email and password. Okay, just giving the end user for the heading purpose, or we can this, and we can apply our CSS classes login form, or we can create the main div. If you were to use your bootstrap classes also, okay, just I giving the approach, we can apply your custom classes as well in your projects. We can apply that. You, you get the idea about that. So I'm using that login form, that inbuilt classes and main div. It's not that much difficult. I'm just creating a simple login form in that we can set a simple CSS. I just copy that all CSS. We can discuss one by one. Okay. In the login form, we can use only text align center. Whatever the data is in, it is in align it center. For that, we use a login form. Okay. If you see your code in the login, we use a login form for the div. Okay. Next, we use a main div. In that main div, we just mention here background color. Okay. White background color. Then we can set a margin, whatever the margin from left, right required. We can set a maximum width of that card. I just created a card. That card we mention the maximum. If you want to mention 50%, 60% according to your project requirement, you can set your width as well here. You can also add the padding to give to view. It is very attractive. For that we use a padding, and border radius, it gives a corner radius is very good. Smooth corner radius for use of border radius. Okay. Again, we use a panel class because panel class it takes your parental div CSS. So I'm just mentioning here only 000. Okay. And inside that we use a paragraph tag. So I can set the paragraph tag, font size of that text. The, I can send also margin and line height. Line height is used for to display properly. Give the extra margin. For that we use a line height. Okay. So it's very simple CSS just used in there. If you look at this, it will display in like. but it look like as a you are creating a card. It look like as a 3D format, not exactly 3D format, but it seems to be look as a created card on the top of the image. Okay, so we just create here that card. Inside that we can right now we can use a form tag and just we create a username